So these are the 5 things that I learned during the first season of Ashlee Janelle Discovers. Do I now know how to get to the top? Nah. Welcome to the Ashlee Janelle Discovers fashion series, where I discover the keys to success in the fashion industry. Join me as I interview industry experts to find out what it takes to get to the top. Well guys, we've come to the end of the first season of Ashlee Janelle Discovers, and these are 5 things that I've learned. Number 1, just start. Literally, when I had this concept of starting Ashlee Janelle Discovers, I just had an idea. And you know what? I was just like, I'm gonna do this and I'm just gonna reach out to people to see if they first understand and believe in the vision and want to join me in doing this. So the first thing I did is reached out to my videographer. Then I reached out to a very dear friend of mine, Trish, who's also my stylist, and both of them were like, let's go, we are going to join you. And I really believe that this is how things can start and grow. After that, I just reached out to the guests, the people that I wanted to interview. I had a list of a few people that I wanted to start with, and all the people that I reached out to that you've seen in the episode said yes. So my first thing that I really learned, and I would love to give you as a tip, is just start. Number 2, have conversations with people. It's very important to speak to people who also work in the same industry that you either want to work in or already working in. One of the conversations that I still think about today is a conversation I had with Elza Wandler. What I really learned from her conversation is that it's really a journey, and we're all in this journey together. But if you're all by yourself, because you know, being self-employed, being a creative, being a content creator, whatever you are, can be a lonely journey. But when you have conversations with people, you actually realize that, hold on, I'm not the only one that's struggling. I'm not the only one that's facing this problem, you know? So it's very important to have conversations with your peers, just to know what people are also experiencing, and that can inspire you to keep going. Number 3, define what it means for you to reach the top. I will again talk about the conversation that I had with Elza Wandler.
I think you are doing like amazingly. So it's maybe like the way you would look at me, I look at you. So maybe,
which we had in the beginning, right? The
so
conversation.
So I think the advice that maybe we women should give each other, you know, like tell each other a little bit more like on how like cool you think the other one is, and how what accomplishments you made, you know, because the funny thing is like how you think, oh my God, you are such a success. I'm like, you are such a success.
When I first reached out to her, in my opinion, I was like, Elza, you are at the top and I need to have this conversation with you. During this conversation, Elza was like, no, you're also at the top, you know, but I'm here doing this whole series of discovering how to get to the top. So first of all, it's very important for yourself to define what it means to reach the top. And then also not to compare yourself with others. You know, again, that goes to point number 2, having conversations with people will also help you to understand how people view themselves. And it will kind of blur out that perception that you can create of people because of social media. Number 4, another conversation that I really loved was with Danie, Bles. I think it's so important to not only speak to your peers, but also speak to people that are older than you and that have been doing this for many years. Danie's conversation was really like me speaking to a mentor, and it just felt so warm and so good.
Explore and focus.
Yeah.
Aim for the stars, but and make it happen. And never see boundaries. Think in possibilities. You know, in a creative job, in the creative field we're in, you can always think in possibilities. There are no boundaries.
All these words can just feel so freeing sometimes, because I believe, well, if I have to speak about myself, sometimes I just put so much pressure on myself because I know what I want to do. I know the goals that I want to reach. And then, you know, you kind of forget to actually enjoy and to have fun. So that's what I really learned during my conversation with Danie Bles. Number 5, this is my personal quote, and that is impact over popularity. When I started blogging, when I started working in the fashion industry, when I interned, I never thought about popularity. My goal was always to make an impact in everything that I do. And that is exactly what I also learned again from having a conversation with Bianca Saunders. What I love about Bianca Saunders is that she is really a force in the fashion industry. She's not even thinking about, you know, designing things that are on trend to become popular. No, Bianca is actually making an impact in the fashion industry. And for years to come, we will still talk about her designs. We'll still think about her designs. So what I learned from the conversation with Bianca Saunders is to stay true to yourself, to again blur out all the noises outside of you, whatever you're seeing on social media. Stay true to yourself. Don't feel the pressure of following any trends, and really do what you feel like doing, and eventually you will get your flowers. So these are the 5 things that I learned during the first season of Ashlee Janelle Discovers. Do I now know how to get to the top? Nah, I don't. I guess I need to speak to more people to find out.